Los Angeles on a busy sports day in that great city out west. It's the Clips and the Warriors. And the Warriors are trailing by 7. Late second, Steph buries the 3. It's a 4-point game. Under 30 seconds to go. And off the steal, there's Kawhi. And the Clips take an 8-point lead into the locker room. Mid-third, Warriors down 8. Steph from Draymond. All 3 of these and one more. Those two, how often have they worked in tandem? Then it's Curry from 3. Again, 16 in the third. Warriors down 5. Curry, step back. Cash, out of his mind. But then, late third, right back at you. Nude at the top of the key. It's Benedict Mathurin. Clips back up by 6. Story of the fourth? Well, there are a lot of them, including the vet in the corner, ready to catch and shoot. Who's that? That's Al Horford. How about 4 triples in the third? It's a 5-point game. A great find in the corner, and then watch Al replace the man that just caught the pass. That's Santos back to Horford. Another 3. It's a 2-point game. 3 is the deficit. Santos down the lane, and it's a 1-point game. Under 3 to go. Warriors trailing by 1. Check that, up 2. It's Horford again. And now the Golden State lead is 2. It's a tie game. Curry. Unbelievable. How often have we seen this man refuse to go away? Greatest shooter who's ever lived. And he buries that one when the Warriors had to have it. Jimmy Butler can't do anything but smile. Off the inbound, there's the steal. It's Draymond. Pajetsky the other way, and it's a bucket good. What a great play. Not just the deflection, but the deflection to his man, Pajetsky on the loose. With the goaltend, now it's a 6-point deficit. Kawhi Leonard had just 2 points in the fourth, and it's Draymond again with the steal. Don't need points. The clock is the opponent at this point, and Golden State, so many storylines as they will live to play again. Here's Steph.
I know I was only out for 2 months, but it was a difficult 2 months because I didn't know on a day-to-day how I was going to feel. I thought I was going to be out for 4 days. Rick Celebrini, all the doctors that have helped kind of get me through this last 2 months, I appreciate all the work because there's a lot of hours. And then I just love to play basketball. When I'm out here and able to do what I get to do, I'm blessed.
You said you wanted to be a part of meaningful basketball. You got a matchup with the Suns on Friday for a trip to the playoffs. What's it going to take?
The same resiliency. Coach talked about it in the locker room before. These win or go home scenarios, we think we know the team, but you got to be able to withstand the runs and stay in it emotionally. It was 12, 4, 8, 2, 10. Like it was back and forth the whole game. And then we got over the hump the last 3 minutes. So stick with it. No, it's not going to be perfect, but just try to find a way to win.
Brian Windhorst joins us now. And Brian, Steve Kerr back early in this season called this team a fading dynasty, but they refused to go quietly into the evening. What a fourth quarter. As I said during the highlight, there's so much there, whether it's Horford, whether it's Draymond, whether it's Steph. The floor is yours. Where would you like to start?
Yeah, one of the things that I've had a chance to learn over 2+ decades covering the NBA is that, they get older, but champions never disappear. And, you can say whatever you want about it being a play-in game. The Warriors don't know how much longer they have together, so they played this the best they can, and their champions all showed up. Of course, Curry, my God, the three-pointer on the replays. I was watching, Scott, I was watching the Clipper bench. When you watch the replays, watch the eyes on the Clipper bench because they saw it in the air and they knew what was going to happen. Yeah, Draymond Green, a vintage performance, not only with the defensive end, just shutting Kawhi Leonard down. By the way, Kawhi Leonard is going through one of the hottest stretches of his career. The guy has, like, I don't even remember how many 20-point games in a row, 50, 60. He needed a meaningless layup at the end of the game to keep it going. That was because of Draymond Green and not only making those awesome defensive plays, but just shutting him down the whole fourth quarter. And by the way, it was his two-man game with Steph that, unlocked them. But not just Draymond and Steph. Al Horford, again, multi-time deep runs in the playoffs, a champion, showing up when it mattered. He doesn't know. This could have been his last game for all we know. Kristaps Porzingis, I know he came out, but he got them back in the game. That's another champion. He just showed up here. And I don't want to overstate a play-in game in a 9-10 situation, but you could feel how important this was to the Warriors. They answered it, and they get to play again on Friday. And I would say to the Suns, and I'd say to anybody who has a chance to watch the champions go. I don't know how it's going to end, but I know they're going to go out trying to play like that.
Yeah, I got to put my hand up here and say, as we were watching upstairs earlier and the Clips took about a 9, maybe it was an 11-point lead, I said, this feels done. And my guy, Stanford Steve, said, no, they got another run in him. And that's on me for neglecting to acknowledge what you just talked about, just the pedigree, the DNA of champions. You mentioned Kawhi. He's been spectacular this year. And I get the Draymond piece, but for him to be invisible as this game's slipping away, I just don't get it. What do you make of that?
Draymond was just all over him. And I mean, I guess if you go back and watch the film, there are probably moments where Kawhi could have put himself in a better position or shown more aggression. He was playing a fine game. The first half, he was excellent. The second half, he started to fade. In the fourth quarter, he couldn't get away from Draymond. Draymond was fighting through screens. Even when he got screened off, he would come back onto him. And then the last two vital possessions of the game, Draymond just decided Kawhi wasn't getting the ball. And this is one of the strongest players in the league, and Draymond just decided, you're not going to get the ball, sir. And so, it's just, and really some of it's on Kawhi, obviously, because he can't put himself in the position where he's standing alongside the sideline like he's, in second grade just learning how to get a ball inbounds. But Draymond can get in your head. He was obviously worried about getting in against Draymond. And this is a totally fitting end to this Clippers season. It has been a complete disappointment. There has been this scandal hanging over the horizon. At the midseason, I know that they went to get younger. They could say that Garland was for the future and the Zubac for the draft picks. Those may end up being good deals, but it was a vote that they didn't believe in this team. And so the fact that they go home now just sort of fits into the way that this season goes. And by the way, they may not have popped champagne, but they cracked a beer in Oklahoma City because Oklahoma City has their draft pick, and that pick will be now no worse than 12th. And they drafted Jalen Williams, number 12, with the Clippers pick, and now they're going to get another lottery pick because they're still paying off the Kawhi Leonard trade.
Rich get richer. All right, on the way out, let's sprinkle some sugar on that and let that Clippers ship sail. Your favorite thing about watching Stephen Curry play in a situation like this with the season on the line, what is it?
You know the last time he played 36 minutes, Scott? He played 36 minutes Christmas week, okay? He doesn't know how much time he's got left. And as I'm watching him hunt those threes, I will always remember this because one of the most memorable basketball moments of my life, being in that arena in Paris in the summer of 2024, when I don't even know if he even saw the rim on some of those shots where he threw them in. And he was looking for that shot. He was looking for that dagger. He got it. I don't know how many more he's got in him, but I know I enjoyed watching him get it tonight.
What a treat. We'll talk about a far less dramatic play-in situation tonight in Philadelphia with Brian in a bit. Brian, thank you for the time. We'll do it again in a minute.